Hi, everybody. Russ and the West End Network. Hope you're all safe and well. Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Yeah, Bins went out today. It's Wednesday. If you're new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a bloody good subscribe, won't you? Got Leeds coming, not Leeds, Leicester, and we got Leicester on the weekend. It's gonna be interesting. We'll have some previews and all that type of stuff in the press conference coming up in the next few days. Not from me because I'm gonna be in Dubai. I don't know if I noticed that, but I'll be watching the game with the Dubai Hammers. Looking forward to that, and we'll do a live link hopefully from the pub in Dubai. If Anton doesn't watch along. Anyway, Hammers Headlines Association with the KUMB.com boys. 3 stories, 3 transfer rumours, and they're all defenders. There we go. That's probably the only thing they do have in common. Right, let's start. Let's start with the one I'm not going to be able to pronounce. I do apologise. My pronunciation is not what it was. As someone commented the other day, I do apologise. I will pronunciate my words, improve my diction. So West Ham apparently keen to sign Bayer Leverkusen centre back Piero Hincapié. There we go, in the summer transfer window. According to a report from the Daily Mail, West Ham boss Davy Moyes wants to bring Piero to the London Stadium this summer. Moyes is keen to bolster his defensive ranks. You've got the uncertainty about Kurt Zouma in terms of he's great when he plays, but he's usually injured, and he's injured probably. You're not going to get 30 games out of him. If you get 20, 25, I think you've done well for that season. And Ogbonna's coming to the end of his career, in all honesty. We yet to find out whether we've offered him a new deal for next season. Tilo Kehra's deputised as centre back as well, so there is room for definitely another central defender. And obviously, in the under-21s, we've got Luizão from Sao Paulo as well, haven't we? As well, but apparently Piero is also on their radar, as well as Max Kilman from Wolves as well. The Daily Mail reckon that Bayer Leverkusen defender is firmly on the radar. He's 21. He has the potential to be very special. Let's be honest. He's a very special defender. If you don't watch a lot of the Bundesliga, he's very, very good. He's been dubbed as South America's best young defender by Goal. And he can play left back as well. So maybe he's been bought as left back, potentially. He's earned 26 caps for Ecuador, who is his country. And obviously, the last Ecuadorian we had was Valencia. He did play for Ecuador, didn't he? Yeah, he did, didn't he? I'm pretty sure he did. Valencia, who was randomly lost. Yeah, Ecuador, that's it. What a must. And he played a key role for Leverkusen this season. In 30 Bundesliga outings this season, he's averaged 1.7 tackles, 1 interception, 2.5 clearances, and 2 successful aerial duels per game. He's also averages 56 passes a game with a pass completion rate of 83%. The lad, you can see the picture there. He's a bit of a unit. He's got pace, he's got power, and has the physical attributes which would make him a very competent Premier League defender. Hopefully a very good Premier League defender, but he's got sort of the natural attributes already. There is a slight fly in the ointment in the fact that Leverkusen want around £50 million for him. So I can't see us laying out £50 million for a 21-year-old. But on the flip side, Soufal is one of the players they were looking at in terms of maybe bringing in the summer. So maybe a player plus cash deal. Who knows? But otherwise, we may have to change our transfer targets a little bit. But he is. He could be a very good player for us. Wherever he goes to, he'll be a very good defender. Maybe he'll stay at Leverkusen for a couple of years. He's only 21, so that's one. Another one is a guy we've been linked with several times, and will be linked to probably all over the summer as well. Is that in WAN BISSAKA? Apparently, according to the Daily Mail, again 2 in a row. Well done, Daily Mail. The 25-year-old defender is back on the radar and has been for the last year. They reckon the right back is firmly on our list of preferred targets for the summer. He joined from Crystal Palace to Man United, £50 million back in 2019, I think it was. Hasn't quite lived up to the hype, in all honesty, and was deemed surplus to requirements by Ten Hag back in the summer of 2022. Then in January, he reportedly told the former Crystal Palace right back that he could leave. However, Daily Mail claimed that now Wan Bissaka could now be offered a new deal by Man United, having forced his way back into the side. So that U-turn in mind may make it tricky to sign him. He's currently out of contract next summer, 2024, I believe, and they have the option to extend that by another 12 months. One potential is another player plus money deal. Man United are looking at, we know they're sniffing around for Declan Rice. If Wan Bissaka commands a sizable fee, that would obviously reduce the number in terms of the cash and player. So, possibly. I mean, he'd be a great upgrade, I think, in terms of our current options. No disrespect to Vlad, no disrespect to Tila Kira, Ben Johnson, but he would come in and vastly improve that right side defensively. And also would link up very well with Jarrod Bowen. But again, these are all up in the air because we don't know who the manager's going to be, do we? Don't know who so we don't know how much money we're going to spend either. So these are just rumours as per usual. And lastly, another right back. Apparently, West Ham are set their sights on Roma's 21-year-old right back Brian Reynolds, who may not feature in Jose Mourinho's plans. According to The Athletic, West Ham could move for Brian Reynolds in the summer. Jose doesn't want him, and Roma could cash in on the US international star if they get a reasonable offer. He's not a name that everyone can say, oh my God, you're going to sign Ryan Reynolds. It's not a household name at all. He's played a total of 1 minute under Jose Mourinho before being shipped off to the Belgian side, Westerlo. He's performed very well there, making 32 appearances in all competitions, 5 assists in the league as well for them. And he may have been hopeful, a good loan spell to come back to Roma and impress Jose, but that's not the case. And by all accounts, he's looking at maybe moving him on. However, if Roma, consider offers for him, apparently West Ham are sort of well in the pecking order to bid for him. I mean, they, particularly you think maybe Ben Johnson might be moving on. He could easily be a replacement for Ben Johnson, and he might arrive from Roma relatively cheap, and we might exploit his situation at Roma to get him as cheap as possible. I mean, I think they paid 6.4 million for him, so 21, 6, 7, 8 million for him. I think that'd be a bit of a steal, to be honest. And I think it could be interesting to see again. 21, young, very young, age. I think Ben Johnson's 23 now. I want to say maybe 22. He must be quite young. So, anyway, it's a like for like replacement, I think. And if it's £8-9 million, that seems a pretty reasonable number in today's market. And number of other clubs are looking at Ryan as well. Is it Ryan? I said Ryan Reynolds, wasn't it? It's Brian Reynolds. Sorry, not Ryan Reynolds. He's currently owning Wrexham. He's Deadpool, but Brian Reynolds. We'll see what happens there. And that's it, my friends. Short and sweet. Let me know what you think. Obviously, there are rumours. We know this transfer window hasn't opened. You don't need to say that in the comments. We know that David Moyes might not be in charge. We know that we might have a director of football. But they're rumours, and that's what we do. We report the news rumours to you. Anything's been reported, like Anton did yesterday with the fan parks and stuff like that. So take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, keep the faith, my friends, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye.